Okay, imagine this. Your hot dead wife is now asks you to take care of her basically identical sister. You take her in, but all of a sudden she gets into some shit and now she could be executed. Okay, Byakuya, think fast. What do you do?
Kill her.
Kill her myself. That's an unfortunately appropriate reaction for Byakuya before we know his internal struggle, but my honor. Thanks, honor system.
Not my problem.
Oof.
I didn't know when I married my wife I was inheriting her debt.
Even though it's very funny because Rukia and her sister came up from extreme poverty. Oopsie.
This is a scene that was always been kind of weird to me, and that's that after Byakuya visits her cell too in that same first episode of Soul Society, when he walks out, you see Kenpachi and Gin standing there out there on the veranda, taunting him, and it's like, these don't seem like people that would hang out together.
Yeah, really.
What are they doing together? And they sort of imply right up front that Gin is actually the stronger one. So, make of that what you will.
Between him and Kenpachi?
Yep.
I mean...
At least at this point in time.
I mean, I guess? If you're factoring in his actually being able to use Bankai, I guess, but... That's not gonna stay like that for very long.
It depends on whether or not you're one of the people that thinks that Aizen, Gin, and Tosin are all individually above the Espada, including Stark, or if you think that those two are around Espada level and Aizen is just the one with the godly power.
I mean, theoretically, you'd believe that would be the case. In theory, like they're definitely portrayed as such.
The former or the latter?
That Gin and Tosin are individually stronger than even Stark.
Yeah.
Like that's just what I'm naturally being led to believe. Tosin, even with what we know, with the bug form, not so much. Well, okay. Mask form Tosin, probably. Fucking bug release form? No, definitely not.
That's where it starts getting into the weeds.
Yeah. And at that point, it's more like okay. If you and I know anything at this point, is that once you start getting towards the back half of shonen manga run, you really should stop factoring in like power levels and power scaling and shit like that, because you're gonna run to a brick wall very fucking quickly.
I hate power people.
I hate people who obsess over it. Sometimes it's fun as like a neat brain like a neat thought experiment, but oftentimes if you get too obsessive over it, like turns out Kiora was actually the strongest of the Espada, then it's like, maybe you should roll this back, guys. Like maybe you should stop bringing quantum theory into a teenager focused manga. Just maybe.
If you say the words Buster to me, there is a 95,000% chance that I'm going to take my keys and stab you in the eyes.
I actually didn't hear what you said. I think I heard the back half of what the word you said, what trigger you was.
If you say the word anything Buster to me, there's a 95,000% chance I'm going to take my keys and stab you in the eyes.
See, I thought you would get mad if I were to say like X level. But yeah, no, I guess Buster is Pokemon. See, I don't follow anime YouTubers who have...
That's one of the same terms: City Buster, Mountain Buster, Planet Buster.
See, I don't follow anime YouTubers who have 6-digit subscribers because I don't give a shit.
Finish Buster.
Well, that's just a good one.
Cute. So anyway, Byakuya here is about to purge the rats that are invading his garden.
God, it's such a nihilistic statement when you stay out like that.
I mean, that's his view of things.
That is definitely his view of it, but it's also just like very. He actually got hit by that. Holy shit!
Do I die here? Did I forget to enter out of death? Because that does almost that amount of damage. Oh,
Off the chin.
nope,
Damn.
but very close. And he. Oh wow, I guess I did forget one. Oops.
Yeah, guess we get to show off one loss for posterity's sake. But what's rich, Chad's model is also very good in this game.
Yeah. Chad goes through like 4 design changes.
Yeah.
Go back and look at chapter 1 where you see the slide of all the characters. And it looks fucking weird.
You mean the
Even
one
compared-
that straight up shows Shinji like in chapter 1?
Yes. And it's like there are characters that look different to how they look in that same arc.
Yeah. Oh boy, what is this gonna look like? The sword noise is just hilarious.
Yeah. It's just a regular Bankai activation. He doesn't have Senkei at all, but Shuke Hakuteikin is just one of his regular attacks.
Wait, seriously? That's like his
Yeah, I
strongest
always-
move. Holy shit, okay.
Yeah, I have no idea. I tried to do it a few times. I'm not sure if I ever actually get it to land.
Yeah. You know, I also just had a cool thought. Man, young people these days will never understand just how many people dwelling on forums had his Bankai activation as like a handle, as a GIF.
Do those websites still exist? Forums where you can actually have a like 128 by 128 GIF in the bottom of all your messages.
I mean,
logging up the forum and making the messages take way longer to scroll through.
I mean, probably. I've still occasionally... Okay, so because I'm me, sometimes I am scrolling back through, like, GameFAQs forums from, like, 2007. And sometimes I will come across, like, really old message boards, like, for Pokemon or for Fire Emblem. A, to laugh at them, because some of them have really bad takes. And also, B, sometimes, yeah, they do exist still. Now, I'm not sure if the HTML, like, will allow you to still attach those GIFs, but it's a very funny idea. It's a very funny idea.
This is the problem with uniformity that modern websites have. Do you remember back on YouTube and MySpace where you could actually have your own layout, individualized backgrounds, change things?
Vividly.
You know the stuff that Tumblr still has that every other website has abandoned, and one of the reasons why Tumblr will forever be the superior platform, bite my ass?
See, I haven't actually edited my Tumblr in a long fucking time, so I want to say yes. I know HTML editor is still in there, but I'm not sure to what capacity it still exists necessarily.
Oh, I haven't actually touched any of those pages or anything in like 9 years. But yes, no, all the HTML editing features are still there. You can still do whatever you want with them. Whereas Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, they all have one layout that's getting more and more mobile friendly at the detriment of your browser.
Yeah.
Every passing year.
You know, it's funny because we don't even necessarily need it to be mobile friendly anymore, because I think that was done to be more optimized for like phones running 3G at the time, which was dirt slow. Now we're at 5G, and now I can like stream fucking 2K video on my phone. Goddamn.
They're doing these mobile-friendly updates as recently as last year with Twitter. The new update that everyone hated that also fucked with the contrast. That was for the sake of better mobile integration as recently as 2020. This is really funny to me. It's like, Byakuya wouldn't give him the time to let him do a release.
Yeah.
He wouldn't give him the time to let him take off his glove.
Yeah, he's not a Goku. He's gonna actually take him out before he reaches his transformation.
Much less, I'm pretty sure where He-Man actually gets away, and he definitely would not let that happen either. He's not quite that dumb.
It just occurred to me that Byakuya is essentially just doing a mop-up operation now.
Yeah, basically.
And we know how bloody those get in Gundam shows.
Yeah.
Double O,
Like
pretty
it-
sure C at one point, yeah.
Leaving a trail as far as he goes.
Yeah, Jesus.
But hey, at least we know he's fast enough to take care of it in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, true.
Would you call him an exterminator?
Yes, in this instance, I would say that it's a very dishonorable job.
Yeah, see there, I was trying to do Shuke Hakuteiken, but
Yeah, I saw
that's
the
not
startup
happening
there.
because that requires wind-up, and wind-up is not something you have time for with a projectile character.
I imagine if you got a knockdown on someone, oh yeah, you're doing it off of the slowdown. That's probably a great way to do it.
Which is funny when you see it in negative and it comes out black instead of white.
Yeah. That down stab is just great to look at, by the way.
It stabs you in the knee.
Stabs you in the knee, stabs you in the balls, your pick. Also, I didn't say this earlier, but yeah, the negative effect actually does look kind of, or rather, the slowdown effect is kind of cool, considering that you do have the screen shake and the lines forming in the background, like when a character is like emitting a shit ton of like spiritual pressure. That's a cool detail, but not sure why they went with the negative effect. There's a lot of other visual effects you could have done to convey the same thing, like emboss or after images, you know, stuff like that.
I like to think of it as a precursor to that one attack that Izuru has in the next game.
Oh yeah, that's right. Or hell, you know, we could also just do what the show does itself and just crank the contrast up a little bit. You know what I'm talking about, especially when Kenpachi first shows up, goddamn.
Yeah. Or, you know, you could do fucking JoJo color at it.
Yeah.
Suffice to say, Uryu's run back did not turn out as nicely as he'd hoped.
Now, if you had come here... Oh, that was weird. For a second, I was like, holy shit, did he just get saved by a Triforce? No, that's just probably Orihime coming in for the save.
Yeah, she didn't run away too far when she realized, oh wait, he's gonna get killed.
Noble of you to come back, Orihime, but... And probably... Yeah, this might have been a better option, because if she were to run off, what would she really do? She would just duck and cover and not be able to go anywhere, really. So, I guess it's respectable to try to take him out with Uryu as backup. Good lord, her tits are more exaggerated in every single shot. Although this is very funny looking with the legs.
If that's not the most threatening enemy you've ever seen, I don't know what is.
Yeah. Careful, boy, she can negate gods.
That thumbnail makes itself.
Yeah, pretty much. Although for a thumbnail involving Byakuya, I imagine it goes for something a little more grandiose.
I keep forgetting that the camera starts under her ass.
Yeah. These guys know that she's definitely she's very much sexualized very early on in the beginning.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing. I'd say they know their target audience, but honestly, Orihime is outdone in fan service even as soon as Rangiku shows up.
Literally the very first time, even.
Yeah.
Which I don't think she's in this game, or if she is, No, I don't think she's in this game.
We have not seen her yet. Actually, no, we haven't even seen her as a character portrait yet, or like a background character. That's really odd, considering that she's kind of prolific as Toshiro's lieutenant. Got me.
Yeah. Byakuya, I'm pretty sure, is one of the best characters in the game for being able to do up-close and long-range combat. Not many can do both very well.
Yeah, pretty much. He's probably definitely like a jack-of-all-trades kind of character.
When I say long range, I mean truly opposite screen long range.
Yeah, I was seeing the hitbox on his regular Shikai release from the other side of the screen. That is kind of obnoxious.
Suffice to say, Byakuya is feeling at least a little bit merciful today. He's not going to kill them, he's just going to imprison them. Which is not what he would do normally, so who knows, maybe Orihime got through to him.
And Chad's just fucked.
Yep.
Or who knows, maybe he actually realized, oh yeah, I don't have to be an American cop all the time. I can actually just imprison these guys and not murder them. Cool.
Apparently he just got the message that Aizen's been murdered.
Yeah.
It's funny, they set that up in the background, but they don't actually pay it off in any of the stories.
Maybe it's just a bit of a wink wink nudge nudge because yeah, if you're following the anime, we're gonna assume you're probably following the manga, so we don't need to follow up on that just yet. But it's just like, no, there's a lot of people that don't read the manga.
And again, with the comedy music leading into this scene,
Yeah.
where Ganju's about to get run through a fucking cheese grater.
That's putting it nicely too.
Okay, have you ever seen a tomato slicer?
Yes. I'm assuming Brandon's saying something off screen and it's just not picking up on Discord right now.
No, I'm quiet.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna follow up on that thought. Oh, yeah, those.
Tomato slicer.
You ever see those videos of like stuff getting tossed into like a grinder, and like
Yes.
it just bounces around and it actually gets caught and just like it's pretty much just eviscerated? Yeah, I imagine more something like that.
No, because that's more of a crushing, grinding feeling. This is being sliced up.
True.
Or I don't know. A food processor.
Well, the blades don't go fully. Well, it's not like every individual blade is long enough to actually fully dissect someone. Like, I imagine with this, it would be more like just being real with bullet holes.
There might not be very big individually, but there are a lot of them.
Yeah.
So, you know, it gets the job done in compensation.
Pretty much. I'm just thinking now about that because I actually did catch a clip of it on YouTube. The scene of Byakuya fighting. I got the first couple letters. Suki something. Some shit. Tsukishima. Damn, I was close with that one. Just fighting Tsukishima and actually having him like fight back against his insertion of into people's pasts. And being like, yeah, you taught me and you helped raise me, but it's my honor though. I'm just thinking, man, we actually did something with that.
He didn't cut Byakuya, he cut Senbon Sakura, which means it made him the co-master of Senbon Sakura.
Oh, okay. That's very funny to think about.
Yeah, I could just tap my sword on the floor, and the floor will turn into a funhouse of traps because the floor is now also... Yeah, I'm in the past of the floor of this building.
God, how the fuck was that sword not used to fight Hawk? Jesus Christ.
Because while he can do cool shit, he's not very individually powerful, so he would have been able to kill him immediately.
Even then, just there's so many ways you could play with that.
Oh yeah, this is the one. Pay attention specifically to the next time they call out this same title card at the end of this fight.
Okay. Also, hello Ukitake. Are you actually here to possibly back up Rukia from being slain right now?
No, he doesn't have much to say about that.
Huh.
Yet.
Oh, hi there.
Hello.
Going through that again.
It gets funnier every time.
So, I have a funny thing to share with you, actually. So, Conrad in a group chat that we're in, that's for NSFW and stuff, shared a picture of Ichigo and, okay, what the fuck was the rest of their name?
Who? What do they like? What do they do?
The sister. Ganju's sister. What was her name again? Starts with a K. Kukaku, that was
Kukaku.
it. Hey, I got there first. Shared a picture of Ichigo and Kukaku. I'm just like, They're cousins. And Conrad initially misunderstood me. I was like, I don't care. She's still really hot. I'm just like, Conrad, I'm not saying no to her. I'm just saying this picture is just funny in hindsight. It's just like, yeah, there was a number of fan art of Ichigo and Kugaku back in the day. I'm just like, ha, oops.
It's Japan. You know that didn't stop anyone.
Yeah, it didn't stop anyone with the rampant amount of Hinata and Neji posts back in the day either. Jesus, these people.
It's not quite to that number because it was more popular, but there is stuff you can find of Ichigo and his sisters, disgusting as that is.
Yeah.
If you're wondering if I regret saying that, I have no regrets about anything anymore.
Sorry, I actually didn't fully catch what you said just now. I was replying to Taylor on Messenger.
If you're wondering if I have regrets about anything I say, I don't regret anything anymore.
No, before that.
There is similar material to that you can find of Ichigo and his sisters.
Oh no, I'm fully aware that exists.